Yeah. Okay. Swift change is coming, you smell it in the air. Separation of the wheat and the tare. And the chosen ones really don't care. Hey, hey. I'm not the same.
Wagwan Collective. Thank you for returning viewers for your energetic support for the channel, and to all new viewers, welcome and welcome all. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for reminders for all future content. If you get that done right now, you don't have to worry about it at the end. Collective. In today's episode, we are introducing deception, the difference between the unexplainable and the occult.
What's going on with the number two?
The CIA is in charge.
What's up with two?
Two's different because of what he said, you know.
But why? What makes it so special?
I got the game, and I'm securing it with new domains. Yeah.
We are convening the episode with Terrence and Eric from episode 3. Let's deep this, collective.
The fact that the square root of 2 has all of its issues when you cube it or you multiply it by 2, which creates a contradiction. Despite the fact that the square root of 2 has a problem with the prime numbers, the fact that they call number 2 a prime number when it's clearly a composite number. Any other prime number, and I'll jump into this, any prime number that you subtract from another prime number, you always get a composite number, except with the situation of the number 2.
The bone might be holding up my destiny. Fatigues and some chrome, rolling up some splendidly, blazing in, getting dome in the Lincoln like Kennedy.
Mathematicians will often talk about proving something for characteristic not equal to 2. So they'll single out 2 as being just very, very different. So look that up when we're done.
Yeah, but why? But why would they do
because
that?
In part of what you're saying, the prime 2, it does belong as a prime, but it is also special.
Harry's observation and obsession with the number 2 is not misplaced.
And that's why the prime numbers are unpredictable, because of that problem associated. So there's been a problem with 2 for so long.
And I'm securing it with new domains, yeah. Grab the reins.
The two is different?
The
What a strange thing.
The problem that's associated with the number 2 is because of the identity principle, which I call the Jim Crow laws of mathematics.
Max out your best, cause the rebirth is sweet. And you birds lucky if I let you stand next to me. Listen, B. Tell your thirsty baby mama to stop texting me. A league of my own, it's a complicated recipe.
Collective. We hit the ground running in this episode, as there exists a matter of urgency in the world, spiritually speaking, that one should be paying attention to if you are not already.
Flashback to the past, was lost in the maze. Same old trap, same face, same old ways. Flashback.
Just to give it some UK authenticity, we will be referring to Terrence also as Terry or Tezza. As I did mention him as Terry earlier, that may confuse some of our international listeners.
But I sure as shit can't complain.
Collective, let me read you this poem from my childhood. 111 is a racehorse, 112 is 12. 11111 race, 112 112. Collective, mathematics is not chaos.
Cause the rebirth is sweet.
Check out Eric's face. What is the occult significance of the number 2 exactly?
Fatigue to the bone might be holding up my destiny. Fatigues and some chrome, rolling up some splendidly.
Collective. The rhyme demonstrates the seamless and the simultaneous semantic lines of numeracy and linguistics. It is the difference between the unexplainable and the occult. What can be hidden in plain sight.
Flashback to the past, was lost in the maze.
Through a mirror medium we refer to as spelling.
Days blur together, nights full of pain, playing a game, harboring disdain. Now I'm not the same.
The unexplainable in this case being what can be measured but lacks explanation, and the occult being what's hidden.
Cause it's in my vein. You niggas obscuring, twisting shit, falsifying gangs.
Collective, there is a major deception playing out in the world right now. A lot of distraction convolutes valuable information. The news cycle, if it moved any faster, would itself go back to the future. we are going to recap what is important to understand how exactly we got here.
Blazing in, getting dome in the Lincoln like Kennedy. Clean slate, no fade, just the breaks that I make. Same heart, different race, same hunger, different plate. Getting dough, getting bread, yeah, getting cake. 2 feet on the line, I leave no crumbs in my way. Flashback to the past, was lost in the maze. Same old trap, same face, same old way.
Collective. The difference between the unexplainable and the occult is Jeffrey's response to where intellectual efforts and concentration was being made. We too must pay attention to this space. We are now going to connect the reference of the unexplainable and the occult, making reference to the stellar research from the channel Mind Unveiled. I highly recommend subscribing to his channel as well as my own.
Man, the files just keep getting crazier and crazier, to the point where people can't even believe that the files are real.
Terry's obsession and observation with the number 2 is not misplaced, as already stated, as they too are obsessed. This is next level transhumanist obsession.
Chat lurking. Alex Corleone says all the files and email are starting to look like a psyop to me, brother. I don't believe anything else.
Wait, flashback to the past, was lost in the maze.
Why would that be so hard to believe, Collective?
Flashback to the past, was lost in the maze.
A deception is not something that makes itself known. It doesn't send you a memo and says, hey, I'm a deception. No, it's done very, very clandestinely. And here's the evidence for that. Check it out.
EFTA 02357394. Boyden again. This time with Sebastian Sung and Neil Gershenfeld. So they're invited to Epstein's island, and the subject of the meeting? Deception.
It's wild out here, homies. The truth is stranger than fiction.
Is this comment suggesting the 6 million Jeffrey Epstein documents are a conspiracy? And a psyop cover, like a psyop? Like they're fake? Am I reading that wrong?
Different race, same hunger, different plate. Getting dough, getting bread, yeah, getting cake. 2 feet on the line, I leave no crumbs in my way. Flashback to the past, was lost in the maze. Same old trap, same face, same old way.
Nature is ordered, Collective, and structured in its assembly, which is observable through notation and formula in mathematics.
The world's top brain mappers on a private island discussing deception.
Collective, you cannot make this up. Who meets to discuss deception?
I walk a higher path, son.
With races and life's animated sketch, just layers and layers till you get it correct. Naysayers and players do their best to get you wrecked, zapping all your energy so your plans don't connect.
January 2018. Epstein writes to Steve Bannon, the man who ran Trump's presidential campaign. I suggest my house, 9 East 71st Street. Similar to Skiff. You choose the time. A Skiff? A classified intelligence facility? Soundproof, no electronics. Epstein compared his Manhattan townhouse to a classified intelligence facility. And in those same iMessage threads, Bannon asked Epstein about his scientific verticals. What has he put time, thought, and money behind? Epstein's answer? Difference between the unexplainable and the occult.
Every regret, so obsolete. Go ahead, max out your best, cause the rebirth is sweet. And you birds lucky if I let you stand next to me.
The dark truth behind the unexplainable and the occult is it's not the same as what you might think.
You guys are fucking insane.
Bannon says, I love that. You familiar with Newton and alchemy? Epstein says, very. The Philosopher's Stone. Bannon says, remember, we're showing something that will mesmerize folks. So they're filming something. A documentary. Bannon later asks, do you want to film the island? The ranch? And Epstein defines one of his core intellectual pursuits as the difference between the unexplainable and the occult.
It is for this reason that I have exposed it and stressed it for the collective. It is a clever euphemism for hiding the truth in plain sight. The man was committed and went as far as resourcing brain doctors for his meeting on deception. He was committed to deceiving. Do you understand, collective? It is the devil in the detail.
But the weather and doom used to share dreams, now we don't share a vibe. You're stuck in the past and I'm alive, yeah, I'm alive.
The shit's chess, it ain't checkers.
Guys, Epstein knows alchemy. And at private dinners with Bezos, both Google founders, and Paul Allen, dinners Epstein was at the table for. The instructions were, please cooperate by maintaining radio silence. Show up alone.
Necessary. Now it is obvious to anyone that this guy was a human trafficker. He was trafficking women to this island. And now it gets dark because they're talking, these files talk about torture. They talk about, they say disgusting, heinous things. The littlest one, the littlest girl was really naughty. Then they're talking about torture. They're talking about pizza. Remember Pizzagate that was all fake?
Wasn't just Stephen who also ridiculed the American people for, thinking these types of things need to be looked into. Let's take a look at Jon Stewart.
My God. Could it be any clearer that John Podesta and his brother are running a family-owned child sex ring? What else would love to get a pizza mean? That was the famous Pizzagate conspiracy. When people were so obsessed with finding evidence of sex trafficking, they built a whole code book and applied it to those emails.
What they found were numerous references to pizza, a term Urban Dictionary says is slang for child pornography.
Yep. And it was fucking true.
The night's full of pain, playing at games, harboring disdain. Now I'm not the same.
What you going? Now this is followed up by 5 words that are pretty insane. I loved the torture video. Where are you? Are you okay? I loved the torture video. From Jeffrey Epstein to redacted. No evidence? Cash Patel? No evidence of any wrongdoing?
Do you think our FBI and our Department of Justice is going to do anything about that? It's right there, plain sight. We know who he is. We know what he was involved in, torturing little kids. Seems like an open and shut, easy case for an investigation.
Burning down all the bridges I don't need in my past.
He says he seems innocent, to be honest.
I carry my Weston everywhere that I walk, and religiously watch over my blessings like a hawk. Ain't no erasers in life's animated sketch, just layers and layers till you get it correct. Naysayers and players do their best to get you wrecked, zapping all your energy so your plans don't connect. Conversations dry like a desert in June, nothing to talk about.
To Jeffrey Epstein from Redacted. I am in China. I will be in the U.S. second week of May.
Back to the past.
Sent by BlackBerry. This was the old days of the BlackBerries. Many of you kids don't remember this.
Same old.
In the old days when you trafficked women and children and tortured and ate them, you had BlackBerries. You had BlackBerries. Remember that before the iPhones?
In this business, you gotta have a little dirt on you for anybody to trust you. And when all this is behind you, it's gonna be a whole other world that opens up for you.
Is this Sean Hannity's burner account? Jesse Waters? Is this Jesse Waters? Are you trolling me, Jesse? This is Jesse Waters, isn't it? This is a fake Jesse Waters account. Yeah. There's no way. This has got to be Jesse Waters or maybe Laura Ingraham, maybe Sean Hannity. There's no way that's a real comment.
This whole event is too perfect to have not been staged. It's too perfect not to have everybody who controls the matrix in on it, except possibly the lower players. The lower players meaning people that we can see.
Backpack rhymes with the numbers intact. Before algorithms tuned out in the mad. Listen.
But Trump has no real power. Trump does what he's told.
I'll rewrite the lesson every time that I talk. I carry my Weston everywhere that I walk, and religiously watch over my blessings like a hawk.
Same as Benjamin Netanyahu. Although Benjamin Netanyahu is a bit of a psychopath, he certainly does things his own way.
Talk about, but the weather ain't doom. Used to share dreams, now we don't share a vibe. You're stuck in the past and I'm alive, yeah, I'm alive.
ולכל צעד בלי יוצא מן הכלל יש מחיר. כשאתה נוקט צעדים של מנהיגות, תמיד יש מחיר. אם אתה לא יכול לצאת במחיר, אתה לא יכול להאמין. ואני יודע לצאת במחיר.
House of Cards was a documentary collective. Bibi was clearly rumbled by that question.
He allowed more than 1 billion to be transferred to the hands of the Hamas.
As I said, I can still find no real evidence that he's alive. I can find no evidence that Ben Gvir is alive either. Trump's a terrible guy, did terrible things, all of the stuff that's come out with the Epstein files, and no one wants to get involved because everybody who gets involved is going to get cut off from supplies by Iran because they now fully control the Straits of Hormuz. It isn't anywhere near as open as it was, and it isn't going to go back to being that way.
What is the religious angle here? I'll tell you. I'm glad you asked.
The difference between the unexplainable and the occult is the same knowledge coveted by malevolent forces in the former script, the gospel, in Ephesians 6:12. They are trying to use this knowledge to enact a great reset collective, when in reality, it is the mechanism that belongs to the Most High. Thank you for joining me on this episode, collective.
The mirror don't ever lie, but it lies in wait. Reflecting back the man you decide to create.
Join me on the next episode, collective, for the story of an amazing alchemist named Jesus, peace be upon him, and who ate the third loaf of bread. See you on the next one, collective.